Major League Soccer and Liga MX have to join Copa Libertadores. It's essential in reaching their potential as a league if they ever want to be the best version of themselves and if we ever want to truly compete with UEFA and the best and biggest leagues in the world. Today, I'm going to talk about why they need to join, if they will join, and what the CONMEBOL president said about these two leagues joining Copa Libertadores. But before we get into that, make sure you guys like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are so close to 12,000 subscribers, 250 away, and with your help, I know we'll reach our goal. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of our videos. So let's talk about what MLS and Liga MX would be getting themselves into. Liga MX has already been in Copa Libertadores for a long time, or they had been prior to 2016. And let's talk about what it would look like if these two leagues joined Copa Libertadores. When we talk about club football in the Western Hemisphere, we always circle back to one mountain that every club south of the equator dreams of climbing, Copa Libertadores. This is not just a trophy. This is an identity. This is history written in hostile away nights and flares, drums, altitude, humidity, and chaos. This is where giants like Boca Juniors, River Plate, Flamengo, Palmeiras didn't just win games, they built myths. Copa Libertadores is the best club tournament in the Western Hemisphere because it demands something different. You don't just need talent, you need resilience. You need mentality. You need to survive places where crowds are on top of you, the travel is brutal, and the pressure is suffocating. Winning Libertadores means you survived the most hostile South American football experience. For decades, this has been South America's proving ground. But the football map of the Americas has changed. The North has risen, stadiums are fuller, investment is higher, talent is developing faster than ever. You look at Liga MX, a league with clubs, fans, and atmospheres that already feel Libertadores ready. Mexican teams have competed in this tournament before, and they didn't just participate, they reached finals. They proved they belong. Now look at MLS. The growth is undeniable. Infrastructure, academies, ownership ambition, and global signings. MLS is no longer a developmental afterthought. It's becoming a serious footballing environment. Yet the best clubs in North America and the best clubs in South America rarely meet in matches that truly matter. Having these two leagues join Copa Libertadores is the idea that fixes that. It's the vision of Libertadores as the true Champions League of both Americas, one tournament, one hemisphere, the best from Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Colombia, alongside the best from Mexico, the United States, and Canada. Imagine the travel, imagine the atmospheres, imagine an MLS side walking into La Bombonera. Imagine a Brazilian giant playing a knockout match in Mexico City. Imagine continental rivalries that don't exist yet, but absolutely should. Because when the best never face each other, we're not seeing the real best. And recently, we saw that the CONMEBOL president said that he wanted MLS and Liga MX teams to join the Copa Libertadores. Inter Miami was also given the boost. We saw that Jorge Mas said he wanted to compete in it. So this is what the CONMEBOL president said recently, Alejandro Domínguez. He says he's always talked the possibility of MLS and Liga MX teams soon competing in the esteemed Copa Libertadores. The Copa Libertadores is essentially South America's answer to the UEFA's Champions League and is regarded as the second biggest intercontinental club tournament in world soccer. Miami's managing owner, which we mentioned a minute ago, Jorge Mas, has admitted he dreams of seeing his side compete in this tournament. The door is open to them, Dominguez told the Brazilian media outlet Globo Esporte. However, Dominguez also said that an agreement must be reached with CONCACAF first. Lionel Messi's continued presence in North America may be decisive too, even if there are no plans to incorporate Miami into the 2026 Copa Libertadores. It's been done in the past, but we are very respectful of the other confederations. But yes, it is an honor, and the teams from other confederations have Libertadores as a reference of international and world competition, he added. So, and this is something we mentioned too, there have also been Copa Libertadores participants from North America before in Liga MX. Liga MX teams played in it from, I think it was 19. Well, I'll read this and get the exact dates. But there's been people in the final teams. Cruz Azul, Guadalajara, Tigres were all finalists during the period, but no Mexican team ever triumphed. Still, they have produced more Libertadores finalists than Peru, Bolivia, and Venezuela. Due to the time consuming nature of qualifying clashes with Liga MX back home, the agreement was brought to an end after 18 years. So we saw Liga MX competing in Copa Libertadores for 18 years, and they were playing CONCACAF Champions Cup, which was Champions League at that point. But they pulled back in 2016, and their idea was to try to strengthen our confederation and make it better. And it has gotten better. Anyone who watches CONCACAF Champions Cup or League, which is its previous name, knows it has significantly improved in the last probably 10 years because Major League Soccer has invested more and improved the quality of the league, meaning Liga MX was actually challenged. They're not just sweeping through and having two Liga MX teams appear in the final every year, which is what used to happen. And it was not entertaining, right? It was just kind of it was an embarrassment for Major League Soccer, but that has changed. Now MLS hasn't won this tournament like they should, right? They've only won once in the last 25 years, but they have appeared in several different finals in the last, 8 years. Appeared in 5 of the last 8 finals. So the tournament has become more competitive, and now they're wanting to possibly join Copa Libertadores. And there's been people saying, why would Copa Libertadores want Major League Soccer and Liga MX? Why would they want them? Why do they need them? Well, I've always thought of, if we want to beat UEFA, if we want to team up and compete with them, this is the only way. Yes, Liga MX and MLS wouldn't be the best leagues in Copa Libertadores. They'd probably be third and fourth. But when you increase your ceiling or your floor, if your third and fourth best league just improved, then your tournament just got better, right? Your original third and fourth team just went from fifth to sixth. So you just improved your league. Yes, I don't think that they're going to be better than the Argentine league or the Brazilian league, but I do think they could be competitive with both of them. Both of our leagues could be. And that's going to make the tournament incredible. We've already seen that Liga MX can prove that they can make finals. They made 3 in a 15-year period, which is very impressive. They haven't won, but they made it to the final. And I think with Major League Soccer continuing their investment, showing that they want to keep the league growing, that they will also get better and maybe be able to compete and win a Copa Libertadores. Now, it's not going to be easy. I'm not saying that they will win one. I'm saying they could win one if they continue to invest and build their team out. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy for an MLS team to go to South America and win a big match at Boca Juniors, at Palmeiras, at Fluminense, at Nacional. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be exciting and it's going to be fun to watch. And it's going to battle test them. It's going to make them better players and better clubs. And it's the only way we're going to be able to ever compete with UEFA, which is what I said earlier. It's the only way we're going to be able to do it. With more money, too, this will help the South American teams because they're going to have the entire North American market to sell this to. I mean, imagine an Inter Miami versus Fluminense, an LA Galaxy versus Boca Juniors, a Club America versus Palmeiras. Like, that sounds so entertaining and it's exciting. And that's why I think it's going to be good and it's going to help the league grow. The North and South American confederations combining, CONCACAF and CONMEBOL combining to make one Champions League will be absolutely incredible. And I can't wait. And I think it's going to happen. They already want Inter Miami to join this one singular team, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think CONCACAF needs to go away, and we just need to combine both continents. And I'm talking about even at the national team level and the club level, because I think it will help all of the above. So we'll see if it happens. I hope it happens. I think it should happen. I think it's leaning that way. We've already seen the calendar change in MLS. I think we're going to see maybe a Champions League change as well. You guys will have to let me know what you think down below. Do you think it's going to happen? Do you want it to happen? And if you do, let me know why or why not. Also, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you give us a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. Till next time, guys, I will see you all soon.